Okay, so I guess a little change of plans. I'm realizing it's actually very challenging. Hey guys, so I had been planning on doing a video review of the SISTACO nail mineral bond nail color system. It didn't go as planned, so I figured I would just kind of film a little intro just to sort of round it out and then explain what happened. So once again, I was taken in by an Instagram ad, this time for the brand SISTACO, which I guess is supposed to be like sister company, but I keep reading it like SISTACO. So I have to kind of think every time I say the name of the company, but they look like they are an Australian brand, and they were selling mineral bond nail color, which looked like, the way they were advertising it, it was something different than gel polish or dip powder polish. It was sort of its own thing, and I watched numerous videos and demos of people using this. The regular people's demos like took a little bit longer than the like quick and easy video advertisement, but it still looked, you know, relatively simple and quick to use, and you would have like really long lasting results. So first of all, you can see my nails are bare, so that tells you how this is gonna go. But I ordered, I guess technically, 2 products from them. So I got the powder trio pack, which is a set of 3 nail colors. I tried to get like colors that were pretty similar to things that I wear regularly or that I would want to have in a form that will last a long time. So I got satin, which is supposedly like a kind of creme style, just solid white. I got espresso, which is also supposedly sort of a creme, kind of pinky nude. And then I got Arctic, which is more of a like metallic looking turquoisey blue. And then with that came a free applicator, which is like a sponge eyeshadow applicator on one end and a little brush on the other end. And I guess you use the different types of applicators for the different types of nail colors, whether it's like the metallics or the original kind. And then I got their Nail Essentials Trio, which is their base coat, their gloss top coat, and a bottle of the Express Remover. So the remover is like the key to the whole thing. You'll see when I do my demo, but you apply it like you would a gel or dip powder thing that you cure under a light, and then the Express Remover you're supposed to be able to just put directly on the nails, and you can remove the color without having to like soak your nails in acetone. Also, it's supposed to just break up and crack up the color kind of instantly, or at least in a couple minutes, without really having to work hard at removing it. So all of that together with shipping, and also I got a discount because I loaded up my shopping cart and then left for a while and they emailed me. Altogether it was like about $100 for all of that. And they do offer LED lights to cure the color. I didn't order one because I already had one from another set of gel nail polish that I had. So, you know, potentially if you were getting like a whole starter set, it could be even more than that. So now let's cut to me trying out the products, and then we'll come back and get a final thoughts. Okay, so I had done a little test just on one nail previously, just to make sure I didn't have any bad reactions. And when I did that, I tried out this color, which is called Espresso. Now on the website, it looked like a more creme, solid colored, kind of nude color. Sort of like my favorite Sinful Colors polish, Vacation Time, which I had had on previously. But in real life, even though this says it's part of the classic range, this color was really a little bit more of a metallic or frosted kind of color. So the one that I'm about to actually apply on all my nails now is called Satin. And it looked, again, on the website like it was just kind of a solid white, but I think it might be kind of more of a frosty frosted white. So we'll see how it turns out. So my nails were kind of a mess, but I have just prepped by pushing back the cuticles, and then the instructions say to make sure your nails are very dry. So actually something that I had started doing a while ago is after, I'll wash my hands before I paint my nails, but then I also just put a little rubbing alcohol, just swipe it across each of my nails just to really dry it out. Also wanted to mention that this is a different brand of LED light, but it's the same kind of thing. So you can use the SISTACO one, or you can get them from a lot of different places. This one has 30, 60, and 90-second buttons. I think pretty much for every step that I'm using today, I think you really just need to do it for like a minute. So I'll just be using that 60-second button. So hopefully this works out well. So I'm gonna start with the base coat step, and it just applies like a regular nail polish, with a brush. And I was just kind of nervous because all the instructions really make a big point of saying not to get anything on your skin, and anyone could be allergic to anything. So that's why I did one test nail for a day before I'm doing this for real. But I don't seem to be, have any kind of allergic reaction. And as far as not getting stuff on my skin, I think I did with the first nail that I did, and I didn't die. But if this is anything like other gel polishes, you can before you cure it, just kind of wipe it off. So I have an orange stick here in case I need to remove anything before curing. Okay, I'm just gonna do my 4 fingers to start, and I'll go back and do my thumbs afterward. And I know I did get just a little bit of this base coat on my fingers. So now I'm going to cure this one for 60 seconds. And now I'm going to apply the color. So the kit came with this little applicator, and one end is like a little makeup sponge, like an old eyeshadow sponge, and the other end is a little brush. So my understanding is that the brush end is what you use for the classic collection, and the sponge applicator is what you use for the metallic polishes, because you sort of burnish those on. So since this is the classic, I'm going to use the brush end, and it really a little bit does seem to go a long way. I'm also doing this on a sheet of paper so that anything that I spill, I can kind of collect and pour back into the jar afterward. So I'm just gonna brush this on, and actually I have my ceiling fan running, and I think I need to turn it off because little dust of powder is flying everywhere. So I'm actually gonna try to pick up what I spilled and use that. And there is a method by which you go back and apply a second coat, but I know that also causes challenges when you're removing it. So I kind of am reluctant to do that. One coat seems fine, but I wonder if it wouldn't be a little bit better with 2 coats. Alright, so this is kind of a mess. There's just like a couple spots on here that maybe could use some more, so I'm not even applying any more of the base coat. I'm just kind of going back over with more of the powder. Also, there is powder all over my fingers, and I'm not sure like if that's supposed to be or what. Hopefully it's okay. Okay, so this is like 2 coats of powder on 1 coat of base coat, and now I'm just gonna apply the gloss top coat and cure it again for another minute. I was also watching somebody else's video, and she mentioned that when you're using the top coat, you should clean off the brush like on a paper towel or something in between swipes, because otherwise it will get powder on it that will go back into the bottle and contaminate the rest of your top coat. So I'm trying to remember to do that and not, you know, out of force of habit, just dip right back into the bottle. I will say I'm not very happy with how the application is so far. I'm not sure if this is showing that well on the camera, but it's applied in a really kind of splotchy way. I think that maybe I'll cure this top coat and then reapply another layer of the powder. Yeah, so it's cured, but again, not sure how well you'll be able to see this, but there's just like holes almost in the nail color. So I guess let me try to do one more layer. Now, you know what, I realized putting another layer on after the top coat will probably not be good. I probably should just start over with these four. Instead, I'm gonna do my thumb on this hand, and I'm going to try to do it differently. I'll do a base coat, color, more base coat, more color, and then the top coat. So I'm starting here with the base coat. I'll cure that. Okay, and then we'll do the color coat. Now this actually looks a lot more even and smooth after just one coat than the others did, but just for the sake of science, I guess I'll do another base coat layer. Okay, then we'll do more color. And then the top coat. Alright, so there's one complete. I'm still not sure how the powder is supposed to come off from around the edges of this. I guess it'll just rub off or wash off, but I'm gonna remove these first four that I did that I'm unhappy with, because this one is pretty nice actually. It is definitely like a frosty white. It's not like a solid, you know, cream white nail polish, but it's fine. And I'm really curious to see how the white holds up, because whenever I wear white or very light colored nail polish, it always ends up getting stained. So I'm gonna try to finish the rest of my hands and then we'll see how the rest of this goes. Okay, so I guess a little change of plans. In removing the polish from these other four nails, I'm realizing it's actually very challenging. I don't know if it's just the white color, because I did that pink color earlier, both, you know, wore it for a day and removed it, and it seemed a lot easier to do, but for some reason this white is just not coming off, and I really don't want to be damaging my nails with, you know, applying and removing this. So I think maybe I'll just leave the thumbnail white just to test it out, but I think my other nails I'm just gonna paint with regular nail polish at this time. So unfortunately I'm a little spooked by the SISTACO system, but you know, it seemed really nice online. It seemed so easy in the commercial, and even the demos that I saw of people using it, it seemed relatively simple. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just this color, but I really don't want to do any damage to my nails. So I think I'm just gonna remove this and like put on something kind of healing, and that's probably gonna be it for me trying this brand. Okay, so before I film the application process, I'm actually going to be filming the removal process because I did one sample nail last night just to make sure I don't have any bad reactions to this product. So it's been about a day, and this has been fine. So I think it will be safe to do my whole hand, but I'm gonna just remove this one first before I start over. So I will be using the SISTACO Express Remover. It comes in the same kind of bottle as the base coat and the top coat. So my understanding is that you first kind of rough up the nail with a nail file or an emery board. This is just to remove kind of that top layer of top coat, just to break through that. So you should not be filing down to your actual nail. This is just to break through so that the remover can get in and remove stuff. So that seems pretty roughed up. And now I'm going to put the remover on. This says to apply it and then wait 2 to 3 minutes. Now one of the other demos that I had seen said it was about 6 minutes. So we shall see, but I believe that once you apply it, the nail color just kind of starts breaking up. So maybe this will be something cool to look at. And if this removal process goes well, this was kind of one of the big selling points for me on this brand and this product, because I've done gel polish in the past, and one of the things I really don't like about it is the fact that you just have to soak your nails in acetone for an extended period of time, and that's just not good for your hands and nails in general. So hopefully this comes off relatively quickly. So it's been probably about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, and I can see it is not dramatically, but it is kind of starting to bubble up a little bit, break up. So because I'm impatient, I'm going to try to go ahead and use this orange stick to push off. Oh wow, yeah, okay. It is kind of flaking right off with this stick. Of course, I picked the most awkward nail on my dominant hand, so I'm having to use my non-dominant hand in an awkward position, but yeah, it is scraping right off as I scrape with this orange stick. So it doesn't seem super damaging. Like it's not really taking a lot of scraping, and I'm just scraping with the, the soft wood. I wouldn't want to be doing this all the time, but if the point of this product is that it's very long lasting, then hopefully that also means, you wouldn't need to be doing this removal all the time. I just felt like maybe I hadn't applied the remover as well on the tip, so I just put a little bit more on the tip of my nail where I was having a little harder time scraping the polish off. And I'll give that a minute and then scrape some more. Okay, so I'm just gonna get back to scraping this last little bit. Again, I'm also going to blame my awkward position for filming and the fact that I'm doing like the weirdest finger on my dominant hand. But yeah, it does kind of scrape and flake right off, and my nail looks fine underneath. Now I heard that acetone nail polish remover on a cotton pad can help to remove like the last little bits. So I'm gonna try that as well. Yep. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, pretty clear. And again, I'm gonna just be reapplying the same thing again when I do the actual application of my whole hand. But yeah, that remover worked pretty well. So my final thoughts. First of all, when I got my package, it came with this little slip of paper that says a lot of stuff about like how to use it, you know, keep it in a cool, dry place. But there's the biggest paragraph on this page is about how it's non-toxic, but you might be sensitive to it and you should try it on one nail. And, you know, if it touches your skin, wash it thoroughly. This hadn't even crossed my mind as something that to be concerned about, but apparently it is like really dangerous to touch your skin, I guess. The more that I heard about it, or you know, looked into the product, the more that I heard about like potential sensitivity issues. So that's why I did do one trial nail for like a full day, put the color on and removed it before I went ahead and did a whole hand. But luckily I didn't have any issues with any kind of sensitivity personally. But my main concern really was around the removal. They make it look really easy to apply, and it wasn't like quite as easy, of course, as they appeared to be in their video demo advertisements. But the removal was my real sticking point, because I tried gel nail polish before. That's where that LED light was from, and the reason why I didn't do it more often was because of that removal process, how it really bonds to your nails, and then you really have to work hard at removing it. Yes, you can soak your nails in acetone, which is really bad, or you can, use their gel remover product, which just sits on the nail. But either way, you still really do have to put some effort into removing the color from your nails. So actually on the nails that I applied this on, I sort of do feel like some little divots where I had to scrape the color off despite applying that remover multiple times and letting it sit and, really gently pushing it. I mean, I use that tool all the time. I wasn't digging into my nails. I know how to do it, but just the act of needing to remove that color, it really did kind of damage my nails a little bit. So I'm gonna be trying to be gentle to them for the next little while until those bits grow out. And I guess I will be retiring the SISTACO set. So that's my final thoughts. I hope this was interesting and potentially helpful to somebody. Like I said, there's not like a ton of non-sponsored or affiliated reviews out there, it feels like. Even the people who, it seems like it's a legitimate personal review, they do feel like they have some affiliation with the company. So I promise I have none. I bought this with my own money, and I'm giving you my totally honest review. I'm open to trying new types of nail color things, but I'm just really sensitive about them potentially causing actual physical damage to my nails. So if you have any suggestions for like some kind of long-lasting really cool thing to try, some kind of new base coat or top coat or something that is very long-lasting or protective, I'm totally open to it. I'm also really interested in nail colors that are like nail makeup, like it's kind of just like a light thing that's sort of like healthy for your nails, but like they can breathe through it or whatever. I'm really into that kind of stuff too. So I'd love to hear your suggestions, or if you have used SISTACO or SISTACO, I'd love to hear what you think about it as well. Maybe you would like to buy this set off of me, because I'm probably not going to use it. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.